French President Emmanuel Macron went on an important trip to Djibouti and Ethiopia on December 20th and 21st, 2024. This trip showed how important these two countries are in the Horn of Africa. Macron's visit to Djibouti highlighted the strong military partnership between France and its former colony. In Ethiopia, Macron's visit showed France wants to build stronger ties with Ethiopia and help protect its history and culture. This trip happened at a key time for France in Africa. France hasn't had an easy time lately, with its troops being asked to leave Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. Macron's trip to Djibouti and Ethiopia was a way to show that France still cares about the region even with all the changes happening there. Djibouti is in a very important spot, right where the Red Sea meets the Gulf of Aden. This small country has France's last big military base in Africa. 1,500 French troops are stationed there, and it's a key location for France's military operations in the area. Macron met with Djibouti's president, Ismail Omar Guelleh, to talk about renewing their defense agreement. This agreement shows how close the two countries are militarily. Macron also visited the French troops stationed in Djibouti, like he does every Christmas with soldiers serving overseas. This shows how important this base is to France's military around the world. Macron's visit to Ethiopia focused on making the relationship between the two countries stronger and showing France wants to help protect Ethiopia's history. When he arrived in Addis Ababa, Macron was greeted by Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed and other important officials. They had long talks at the Jubilee Palace, a very important building for Ethiopia, which France helped restore. They talked about working together on things like education, culture, and business. France promised to keep helping Ethiopia grow, especially in finding ways to access the sea. This is really important for Ethiopia, since it doesn't have a coastline and depends on its neighbor, Djibouti, for its ports. Macron's visits to Djibouti and Ethiopia showed how strong France's friendships are in the Horn of Africa. The trip highlighted how important Djibouti is for France's military in the area. In Ethiopia, Macron showed that France wants to help the country grow and protect its rich history and culture. As things change in Africa, France's relationships with Djibouti and Ethiopia are very important. These visits show Macron is actively working with other countries and that France cares about its allies in the region.